Hello and welcome back to the Sanctions for round 1 in the AFL 2024 season. Yes, I've changed the name to Sanctions instead of Suspensions as per your comments on the last video. So please do keep sending through the great suggestions. I do appreciate the help with naming and just anything to do with the channel. Let's get to it. Lockie Schultz from Collingwood has been charged with attempting to trip on Justin McInerney in the fourth quarter. This was graded as a fixed financial sanction, which is a $1,875 sanction. With an early plea, this can be downgraded to $1,250. Now, I don't know about you, but I have seen a lot of trips recently. I'm not sure why that is. Have the AFL players been watching a bit of soccer over the off-season? I'm not entirely sure, but there's more to come. And for me, I think a fixed financial sanction is right in this case. James Sicily from Hawthorn has been charged with kicking Andy McGrath from Essendon in the first quarter. This was in the first minute and a half after Matt Guelphy had kicked a goal. Sicily has gone up and for some reason just drops McGrath and then kicked him on the way down. I'm not entirely sure if it was deliberate kick or not, but regardless, he did kick him. The AFL graded this as intentional conduct, medium impact and body contact. For this, he was originally given a one-match sanction, but this was taken to the tribunal and this was downgraded from a one-match sanction to a fine, and his fine is now $2,500. For me, I think that's about right. It does look like Sicily, I don't even know why he's gone in to drop McGrath like that. I guess just to show his physicality. You got a goal kicked on you, whatever, just take it on the chin. But for some reason, he's flattened him right in front of his teammates, and I think it's an accidental kick on the way down. So I think a fine is the proper outcome for a situation like this, but you just got to keep a cool head here. He's a hothead, as we know, and could get suspended if he does it again during the year. Mason Redman from Essendon has been charged with striking Jai Newcomb in the second quarter. The AFL graded this as intentional conduct, low impact and high contact. For this, he has been given a one-match sanction, which looked like it was going to go to the tribunal, but apparently because it was off the play, Essendon believe that they will lose the fight, so they're just going to accept the one-match sanction. But I'm not entirely sure on this one, in my opinion, because it doesn't look too dissimilar from the Hewitt and Lockie Neal one last week, which you can see here. And I'm not entirely sure why that one is a fine, but this one is worth a week. What's your opinion on that? Leave a comment below. Jai Newcomb from Hawthorn has been charged with forceful front-on contact against Sam Durham in the third quarter. This was graded as careless conduct, low impact, high contact. For this, he's been given a $6,250 sanction, which with an early plea can be downgraded to $3,750. And for this head-high hit, I'm very surprised this one isn't worth a week. You can see he overruns the ball, makes contact with the opponent's head. I think he's actually very lucky to be getting away. And you'll see why with a few other incidents that we've had this week that are worth a week, but this one is not, even though he has hit the head. It might be getting a little bit soft, but the way the rules are, this probably should have been a week in my opinion. Now, I couldn't find the exact footage of this one, but Todd Goldstein has been charged with striking Connor Nash in the third quarter. The AFL graded this as intentional conduct, low impact, body contact. This was a $3,750 fine, downgraded to $2,500 with an early plea. Again, I wasn't able to find the footage of this one, so I'll keep it short, but Jack Buckley has been charged with tripping Cam Zurhaar from North Melbourne in the first quarter. This again is a fixed financial sanction, which is a $1,250 fine with an early plea. Again, I'm really sorry for not being able to find the footage, but Harry Perryman has been charged with striking Harry Sheasel in the second quarter. This was graded as careless conduct, low impact, body contact. With an early plea, this can be downgraded to $1,875. This one I was a little bit bemused by. Jai Clark from Geelong has been charged with rough conduct, dangerous tackle on Jack Steele in the second quarter. The MRO graded this as careless conduct, low impact and high contact. He was given a $3,750 fine, which can be downgraded to $2,500 with an early plea. I think this is just it's a good tackle. The momentum's carrying him forward and he is holding both his arms, so Jack Steele's got no way to put his arms out. But then again, you're also trying to stop him from handballing the ball. So I'm not entirely sure what you want Jai Clark to do here. He cops a fine and it's a free kick for pushing the back, absolutely. But if this is a fine, then blokes are going to be fined every single week for things like this. I don't think that shouldn't be a fine for me. What do you think? Malcolm Rosas from Gold Coast Suns has been charged with headbutting Max Michaelani from the Adelaide Crows. This happened in the second quarter. It was classed as an intentional conduct, low impact and high contact. For this, he's been given a one-match sanction, which I think is about right. You definitely don't need to be headbutting guys out there on the oval. Just cut it out, one match, fair enough. James Harms from Western Bulldogs has been charged with headbutting Stephen May in the fourth quarter. This was graded as intentional conduct, low impact and high contact. Again, for this headbutt, he has been given a one-match sanction, which I think is about right. What do you think? Should that be a one-match sanction, or should it be nothing? Should it be more? What do you think? Leave a comment below. Elliot Yeo from the West Coast Eagles has been charged with tripping Alia from Port Adelaide. This happened in the third quarter. It's a fixed financial sanction with an early plea can be downgraded to $1,250. You can see that Yeo sticks his leg out. I don't think there's any malice in it. I guess he's just trying to slow Alia down. A fine seems appropriate for this sort of thing. Michael Walters from Fremantle has been charged with tripping Brandon Starcevich from the Brisbane Lions. This happened in the second quarter as Jackson was going for goal. This is a fixed financial sanction. Again, it's a $1,250 fine. And like I said, what's with all the tripping this week? This one as well I thought was a little bit strange for me. Matthew Johnson from Fremantle has been charged with rough conduct for his tackle on Josh Dunkley from the Brisbane Lions. This happened in the fourth quarter and the MRO graded this as careless conduct, low impact and high contact. For this he was given a $3,750 fine, which can be downgraded to $2,500. I think this is just a landing in the back free. I don't think his head hits the ground or anything like that, but maybe it does. I still think this is a fine's pretty harsh. I think it's a push in the back free for sure, but a fine seems a little bit much unless there was another incident which I didn't see. But if it is this incident, that is pretty soft in my opinion. But anyway, what do you think about that? There were a few other sanctions during the week, but I didn't have the footage for this. But Connor Butterick from Gold Coast Suns was charged with engaging in a melee. And this happened in the first quarter. It's a fixed financial sanction. He was given a $1,250 fine. And lastly, Harley Reid, Ollie Wines and Jack Petrocelli have been charged with careless contact with an umpire. This happened in the first and third quarter, which is a fixed financial sanction for each of those three players of $1,250 fine as well. And that's it for this week. That is all the sanctions for the AFL Round 1. There was quite a few to get through, a lot of tripping, very strange to see. What do you think about some of these sanctions? Do you think they should have been that? Should there have been more? Should there have been left? Leave a comment and let me know below. Thanks for watching.